Welcome back to another episode of an Investor's Journey podcast. I am your host, Jonathan Barbera, and this is going to be a smaller, shorter, hopefully, special episode, being that tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So, very recently, last week, I had a meeting that we meet with a couple founders every month to kind of go over business strategy, tactics, and everything. And because of November being Thanksgiving, I decided to kind of go around the room and as you're going through your challenges and everything to share what you're grateful for. And it was very interesting because everybody, when we always discuss two things, right? You first you introduce yourself and do all that in your business, but then you talk about what's your biggest challenge and what is a big win that you had in your business. And so you're going around the table discussing all your challenges. And they're big challenges for a lot of us, right? We all are at different stages of business and we have different challenges. And some of us, we have challenges with our business and our home lives. And the fact that as you're growing and scaling a business, you end up spending so much more time and effort on your business and not so much at home. So there's very serious challenges that creates a lot of problems for us. Yet everybody, what they were grateful for was having made the decision to become a business owner, right? Or an entrepreneur, taking that leap. That I found very interesting because in spite of all the challenges and all the headaches and everything that we go through, we still wouldn't do anything else. And it may sound crazy, but it's still very fulfilling for us, right? So in spite of being very stressed out and for myself, a lot of sleepless nights, I still love what I do. I still couldn't see myself doing anything else. This is so much fun for me, and even the stress is fun, right? Because it changes things. It keeps things very interesting. And the point is that you need to find what that joy is in your life. And a lot of people, if you're listening to this podcast, a lot of you might have more of an entrepreneurial mindset, but there are still some of you that feel that you need to have an entrepreneurial mindset because it's the cool thing right now, right? Or because somebody's pushing you towards it, but you truly don't want to. And those are the things that you got to be really honest and dig real deep and figure out what it is that you really want to do. Not what you should do. You have no control over your shoulds. What you have control is over your wants. What is it that you want to do? Besides staying home and watching TV all day, which even then, right? A lot of us say, that's what I want to do, but even that gets boring after a while. You need fulfillment in your life to find that purpose and to find real joy in life, right? And a lot of times it is doing something that's labor intensive that's going to cause fulfillment, whatever that means. A lot of people, they always feel that just because you have to, maybe you're starting off with your business or maybe you've been running your business for a while now and you have to go get a second job to supplement the income that you're requiring right now. And they look at that as a failure. And that was one thing that we covered again in our meeting that I was like, I don't see that as a failure because business as well as life, it's a journey, what you're going through, hence the name An Investor's Journey. Your life is a journey. The only time you fail something is when you've given up on it. When you said, this is it, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore, and you didn't succeed at it, then yes, you failed because you're never going to succeed at it, right? You gave up. But as long as you don't give up, as long as you keep fighting and you keep working forward, you haven't failed. The game's not over yet. You decide when the game ends. You decide what the final score is going to be. You understand? That score is going to change drastically throughout your life. There are times that you're going to be winning, and there are a lot of times you're going to be losing. But you got to be grateful for those winning times and grateful for the fact that the journey is not over. The journey is not over until you decide it's over. Once you decide it's over, then you got to eat your losses at that point. But if you haven't decided that it's over and you're still working, who cares that you got to get a job? Who cares that, your business is struggling right now? Keep working at it. Keep putting in that work, keep putting in that time. You will succeed because time is on your side. You understand? Like as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, you cannot fail. And the biggest thing is when we try to compare ourselves to other people. This was another thing that was discussed in that meeting, where a lot of people use Facebook for whatever reason as a marker. Like they go on Facebook and they see all these other people that are supposedly crushing it and killing it in their lives. And they're like, man, and I'm struggling so much. Nobody's going to go on Facebook or Instagram or whatever and talk about how much they're struggling in their lives. Nobody really does that. We all share and post all the greatness, all the successes, all the good stuff in our lives. Nobody likes to share all the gloomy shit. You understand? So that's not what you're going to see. That does not mean that they don't have their own struggles. I have yet to meet a person that doesn't struggle in life. I don't know about you. I haven't met that person. Everybody struggles in life. You understand? So, but don't go off of what they post on social media, because all that is whatever front they want to give to the world. And it may be true in that moment, but it doesn't mean that when they lay their head to sleep at night, that they're sleeping, that they're good about themselves, that they're happy with their choices, that they're happy with where they are. That doesn't mean anything. You understand? What they're posting means absolutely zero to what their real life is. So you got to stop worrying about that and start focusing on yourself. Another thing that was brought up was, again, we say one big challenge and one big win that you've had in your business. And one of the guys that was there, he says, well, I haven't had one big win. I had a lot of little wins. And he kind of said it, at least I interpret it in a way of not to be proud of it in a way. Like he wasn't too proud that he hasn't had big wins. I was like, those are more important. The little wins are more important than your big wins. And recognizing your little wins is tremendously more important. Because if you're able to do that, you're going to live in a level of gratitude that's continuous. Because you can achieve more little things more frequently than you can achieve one big, massive thing continuously, if that makes sense. So you can't always only be happy when you hit home runs, because you're not always hitting home runs. You understand? Like recently for Prime Homes and us, we were so fortunate that we've been working at this for a very long time and always making sure that we're doing the right stuff. We're putting out the best information that we can. What we feel is correct. What we feel is being a good person, a good investor, ethical, and everything that we feel is correct, right? And it's a lot of work and everything. We've had a lot of little wins. And lately, we had some good big wins where we were asked to become the vice president of the Alamo Real Estate Investment Association. That's a really humbling and very something that honored the hell out of us to be asked to be on that board, because now we have a direct effect on how this RIA is going to produce value and education and everything for all of the people that are coming into the business. We get to be a part of setting that standard in the industry. And that is huge for us. I mean, that was very, very exciting to be even considered for that. And then we were asked to join a very elite group of investors. They call it the 500 Club. And it's, you got to qualify to be on there. You got to do a certain amount of deals and volume and be a certain type of investor to be asked to join. And the fact that we were asked to join was, again, amazing, right? But to us, those are home runs. But we haven't hit those home runs every year in business. You understand? So then what does that mean? That all of these other years we got to be miserable and depressed? That's why the little wins do matter, and they matter substantially more than the home runs, in my opinion. In my opinion, The little wins get you a lot further ahead. They keep that ball rolling and they keep that enthusiasm going within you. So don't beat yourself down because you don't have home runs. All right? Little wins are more important and you got to celebrate them. So being that tomorrow's Thanksgiving, I would love it if you guys share with us, comment below, or send me an email of what it is that you're grateful for this year. Let us know. Share your gratitude because it becomes contagious, right? If you share what you're grateful for, it gets other people thinking about what they're grateful for. And then they start sharing that, and it gets more people involved, and it gets people more in a positive mindset than such a negative of everything that's wrong in the world, right? It gets you more focusing on what's right. And there's a lot of things going right in the world. And we need to focus a lot more on that. So I hope you guys like this. I told you it was going to be a quick message. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. And I will catch you guys on the next episode.